Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Mr. IELTS MJ, and today I've got something really helpful for you. In this video, I'll go through all 4 IELTS speaking cue card questions from June 2025, straight from real test takers. And for each one, I'll give you a Band 9 model answer, packed with natural vocabulary, high-level grammar, and fluent delivery. If your IELTS test is coming up soon, this is the perfect practice to boost your speaking score. So make sure to watch until the end. The last answer includes a secret technique that could really impress your examiner. Let's jump right into it. The first week of June 2025, cue card question as follows. Describe a film you enjoyed watching recently. You should say what the film was about, when and where you watched it, who you watched it with, and explain why you enjoyed it. Let's see the 9-band answer. One of the most inspiring films I've watched recently is The Pursuit of Happiness. It's based on the true story of a man named Chris Gardner, who goes from being homeless to becoming a successful stockbroker, all while raising his young son on his own. It's not just a movie, it's an emotional journey that really touches your heart. I watched it about 2 weeks ago at home on a quiet Sunday evening. I just wanted to unwind and watch something meaningful. So I picked this film on Netflix. I was alone and honestly I'm glad I was, because by the end I was so moved I had tears in my eyes. That's how powerful it was. What really made this movie unforgettable was Will Smith's performance. He didn't just play the character, he became the character. Every emotion felt so real, and the bond between him and his son was just beautiful to watch. It reminded me that no matter how tough life gets, determination and hope can push you through. I enjoyed this film so much because it wasn't just entertaining, it was deeply motivating. It made me reflect on my own goals, my struggles, and the importance of never giving up. Even now, days later, I still think about some of the scenes. That's the kind of film that stays with you. Alright, that was our first cue card. Such a powerful answer, right? Coming up next is another popular June 2025 cue card that many students are getting in the real IELTS exam. And once again, I've prepared a Band 9 answer to show you exactly how to handle it like a pro. So stay tuned. Here comes the next question. Describe a building or structure that you find particularly impressive. You should say what the building or structure is, where it is located, what it looks like, and explain why you find it impressive. Let's see the answer for this question. One structure that I find absolutely fascinating is the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, Turkey. It's an architectural masterpiece with a rich and complex history that spans over 1,500 years. Originally built as a Christian cathedral in the 6th century during the Byzantine Empire, it later became a mosque, then a museum, and more recently, it was reconverted into a mosque again. The Hagia Sophia stands at the crossroads of 2 continents, Europe and Asia, and reflects a blend of different cultures, religions, and architectural styles. From the outside, it features an enormous dome flanked by elegant minarets. Inside, the space is breathtaking. A massive central dome supported by arches and columns, golden mosaics depicting Christian iconography, and Islamic calligraphy coexisting in one space. What makes it especially impressive to me is not just the beauty of its design, but the way it embodies historical transformation. It has witnessed empires rise and fall, religions shift, and societies evolve. And yet it has remained a symbol of cultural fusion and resilience. From an engineering perspective, the structure was centuries ahead of its time. The architects, Anthemius and Isidore, used revolutionary techniques to construct the dome, which was considered an impossible feat back then. The fact that it has survived multiple earthquakes and still stands strong today speaks volumes about the brilliance of its construction. To me, the Hagia Sophia is more than a building. It's a living monument that tells the story of civilization itself. Visiting it in person would be like walking into a living history book, and I can't imagine a more powerful architectural experience. Alright, that was the second cue card. Now let's move on to cue card number 3, And this one is another real IELTS topic from June 2025. Let's dive in. Describe a time when your vehicle broke down. You should say where you were going, who you were with, how long it took to fix the vehicle, and explain how you felt about the experience. I would like to talk about a time when my vehicle broke down unexpectedly, and honestly, it was quite an experience I'll never forget. It happened about 6 months ago. I was driving to a friend's birthday party in a nearby town, about an hour away from where I live. I was with one of my close friends, and we were really excited about the evening. We had music playing, snacks ready, and we were in a great mood. Until suddenly, the car started making a strange noise and then completely stopped in the middle of the road. We were stuck on a quiet rural highway with barely any signal on our phones. It was late afternoon, and we had no idea what was wrong with the car. Luckily, a kind local passing by helped us push the car to the side of the road and gave us the contact number of a nearby mechanic. The mechanic arrived after about 45 minutes, and it took him another hour or so to fix the issue, which turned out to be a problem with the battery and wiring. At the time, I was definitely frustrated. We missed most of the party, and standing on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere wasn't exactly fun. But looking back, I actually feel grateful. It taught me how quickly plans can change and how important it is to stay calm and think clearly in stressful situations. Also, it reminded me how kind strangers can be when you're in trouble. So, even though it was inconvenient, the experience was memorable. And honestly, it brought me and my friend even closer. Now we laugh about it every time we hit the road together. Oh, and that was cue card number 3. Now let's jump into our final cue card for today, and trust me, it's another one straight from the latest June 2025 exam topics. Let's finish strong. Describe a place you would like to visit because of its historical importance. You should say what the place is, where it is located, what you know about its history, and explain why you want to visit this place. I would like to talk about a place that's always been at the top of my travel bucket list: the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. These ancient wonders are not only iconic, but they also hold deep historical significance that continues to fascinate people all over the world. The pyramids are located just outside of Cairo, the capital city of Egypt. They are part of a larger archaeological site that includes the Great Sphinx and several smaller pyramids and temples. Built over 7,500 years ago, the pyramids were constructed as grand tombs for the pharaohs of ancient Egypt, and they remain one of the greatest architectural achievements in human history. What amazes me the most is how these massive structures were built with such precision at a time when there were no modern machines. Historians still debate how the ancient Egyptians managed to move and stack such enormous stones with perfect alignment. The fact that they've survived for thousands of years makes them even more remarkable. I would love to visit this place not only to witness the scale and beauty of the pyramids up close, but also to experience the feeling of standing in a place that has seen the rise and fall of one of the world's most powerful civilizations. I've read so much about ancient Egypt, the culture, the mythology, the mummies, and seeing it all in person would be like stepping into a history book. For me, it wouldn't just be a sightseeing trip. It would be a powerful and unforgettable journey through time. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope these 4 cue cards and Band 9 answers gave you some real insight into how to handle your IELTS speaking test with confidence. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.